Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ DePalma, with the better host, Claire Bays. Good morning.
Good morning. It's bestest. It's okay. You're on 3
Bestest.
hours of sleep.
I am on 3 hours of sleep. Hey guys, if you're looking for the biggest resource in the CrossFit space, head over to WODprep.com. We have courses to teach you how to do double unders, muscle ups, rope climbs, burpees. We have open help, bar muscle ups, and we have programming, everything in one space for $39 a month or $300 a year, whatever you decide. But if you guys are looking for some CrossFit help, some real in-depth CrossFit help, not just programming, not just a standalone program, right? That was written 10 years ago, right? Daily coaching, daily feedback, weekly live coaching calls, seminars. I think we have how many physical therapists? 4. So head over to WODprep.com. Go ahead.
Yeah. And a lot of content that's going to be specific to the open during the open. I will say I was having a conversation with one of our newer members yesterday who just happens to work in marketing. And he definitely was like, came for a specific reason that was a course. And he was like, hey, so where's the messaging about the actual value in here? Like he was just pretty much, and you hear that, I'm sure you hear that relatively often too, in some form, but we had a nice little chat about like, wow, this is very robust. And I had no idea this was all here. Anyway.
Yeah. I think we're trying to figure out how to
we're working on it.
How to share it well without just saying, we got lots of stuff.
Right.
All right. So if you guys are, go ahead.
Oh no, I just am really enjoying the chat already. It looks like
Sean
said he's
so Sean and Grant have an open competition happening.
Okay.
So they have a nice little shit talk happening over there. I was also informed that
Good morning,
Shut Up
Corey.
and Scribble decided to go live, or is going live. Is live right now. Brats, like they don't know.
Aww. Kenneth, good morning.
Oh,
Aaron, good morning. Vicky. Oh my gosh, I love Vicky. She's 600 milligrams deep. Jeez.
Yeah. I think since midnight, I'm probably 200, and I've only been up like 20 minutes. So theoretically, I've got a little bit of carryover caffeine.
What is the topic of conversation happening over on Scribble this morning?
It's the dumbbell snatch. The mom and dad fighting over the dumbbell snatch. Hiller and Taylor.
Okay. Well, wait, but isn't JR usually on that?
Yeah, I don't know if. Let's see.
I wonder how much he would. Well,
let's see.
JR. We're grateful you guys are here.
Yeah, for sure.
With overlap, that's always a toss up.
Pills. Trish, that's crazy.
Trish. Wait, so how much caffeine is that? God, you guys are raging.
That's old school, like the burners,
right?
Like the ephedra extracts or whatever, right? We had ephedrine, which was the most effective ever, and then people decided to abuse it and turn it into crack, and then we're like, all right, let's go like ephedrine extract, and then it was like ephedra extract, and the FDA just kept taking away all the good stuff, and now it's like, I don't know, just something that makes you sweat a shitload.
Well, are they taking away the good stuff, or is it really just we shouldn't have had access to that to begin with?
I think that's probably actually a really good point of conversation just in general. I think most things that we end up getting removed or abusing in small dose are probably really effective and can be used in a very appropriate way. You know what I mean? Like most of those, just about anything, like even like most hardcore drugs at some point probably had like a positive effect in a very small amount. And then we're just like, fuck it.
I was gonna say, yeah. Then we're human. So right. Even if in a perfect world, these things in the right dosages were potentially positive, we don't seem to have any chill.
Yeah. We're terrible at it. Like
we are reckless. PC's over here making this kind of comment. My gosh, right. You guys do know it's morning time, right?
It's early, baby. It's really early for that.
He got me good in the comments on the.
Do I need to fight him? What do you mean?
No,
What?
no, 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 no.
Oh, it better not be.
I love
PC, I'll fuck you up, bro.
look,
Don't be messing with Claire.
no, it was very PC. That's on brand anyway. But he just said that we all got worked because I commented on the Hiller, Brian, John Young collaboration and just said, John Young, is this true or whatever? And then he said
Mhm.
that he made a professional wrestling reference about like we all got worked. And anyway,
It's gonna be good. I'm excited for that. So coming back to mom and dad fighting, Hiller and Taylor and Tyler and whoever else. I think the video was good. I like Taylor's video. Just to be clear,
oh
I'll put it out there. Yeah,
the
just
dumbbell
to be
snatch
clear,
video.
I was doing "You Suck" videos a year ago. I just want
Oh
to make
yeah,
that
let
clear.
them know.
I just want to make that clear. It's cool. Just like Claire's got to let them know that she had the run
The
every
Daily
day.
Mile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's your daily mile number at?
it's at 206. Today will be 207.
So I watched Zach
Rich
Tellender
Froning. Yeah.
on Rich,
Yeah.
and Zach said his is at 260.
Yeah, yeah. He started a month or two before I did, which I
Yeah.
knew that he had started his running journey, and it was a source of inspiration to me. Let me be clear.
Both everyone coming in hot.
Wait,
I'm down,
what?
guys. Everyone's making sure that you know that Zach has a few more days on you
Oh,
on the
yeah, yeah,
run.
yeah. Yeah. Well, so I didn't know that he was doing a daily thing, but I
Mhm.
certainly he was sharing his like running journey,
Mhm.
and it was absolutely a source of inspiration to me. So I don't know how far in he was when he started to like say that he does at least a mile every day. It was well beyond when I'd started, but ultimately, regardless, he was a source of inspiration
Cool.
and technically in our little ecosystem. I think it belongs to him. Although I will say I've put together little groups for these mild challenges and so on, and it's been really fun. And it's I like even at my own gym, my home gym, like I was out on my mile, and then I saw a dad and his like she looks like maybe 8 years old, like they're running their mile, and I know that their mom has done one of the challenges with me and Upcut or the mom, you know, and so it's like
That's
there's
cool.
just it is so cool. It's really like caught some really cool steam. But anyway, yeah, what was I saying about the inspiration? Oh, just that there is someone in what they got added to one of my groups who's like 3 times as far in as me. Like I think he's on day 600 or 700 and something. He's a military member that's been doing it for a very long time. So like there's
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
Neat.
All right. Running is dumb. Do it anyways. Yeah, Corey, that's pretty accurate. So I want to get to the actual video at some point and go over like we don't have to do that now though. The dumbbell snatch. I think dumbbell snatch is like it's an easy work. It's an easy movement to do really well and an easy one to do really poorly. So anyways, what else? What have we sent? You sent me a bunch of stuff. Let's see.
I sent you a bunch of stuff, but listen, if this has your attention, I feel like I often steer the ship. So you know what? Just do your little dumbbell thing. Let's hear about it.
All right.
What do you have to say? I steer it and then you wind up sharing very valuable perspective. So it really works out. But
so
did it work out? I will say, yeah, that
I think
destroyed my midline yesterday. Sorry.
This is the question. So this is a great question. So the point of contention in the whole post was hook gripping the dumbbell, which is silly. You should hook grip the dumbbell. It makes you better. Like that's like not hook gripping a power snatch because you want to be manly about it and like show that you have good grip strength. That's silly. Hook gripping the dumbbell is very effective, by the way. The point of contention and why everyone's arguing and why everyone's butthurt is because Taylor said to look up at the dumbbell. When you are learning to cycle fast and you want to learn to drop overhead, you should probably look up at the dumbbell because the dumbbell is going to be airborne. If you're going to return it on the ground or change hands on the ground and be slow or try to exchange hands in front of your face and get your hands tangled up and grab the other hand or just try to exchange it, which is not effective, then you can keep looking straight. So that's not this is absolutely not true. I have 100% had people drop the dumbbell on their head trying to transition fast.
Mhm.
So it's progressive. When you're first learning to transition overhead and you're not very good, you should probably look overhead and figure out what the feel looks like, right? You should see the dumbbell. And then once you feel good, then you can stop looking overhead. That's right. It's also fine to look overhead more so. A lot of people look overhead when the dumbbell's heavy. So I think it's fine. I think everyone's arguing about silly stuff. I think what it is, so I messaged Taylor and
Wait, you
I said,
messaged who?
Taylor,
Okay.
and I said, good luck in the bit. You'll have fun with the you suck bit, right? Like I think
Yeah.
it'll fit his personality
Oh,
really
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
And he goes, he said, I don't know if I'm ready for it. And I was like, yeah, what a conundrum, right? Like, and so
Well, it's funny because you apparently did that whole bit, right, for a while last year. Like you did that, but your persona is not one that is very contentious. So it probably went over pretty smoothly. And then he's going to do that same structure potentially or whatever. And he already just he riles people up. That's like
right. And so
part of
that
who
was
he
that
is
was
online.
like he could have just answered with like, like understanding that people are gonna respond satirically to literally every word that comes out of his mouth,
Yeah.
right? Or just combatively or contentiously in general. And he just like dove right into it, right?
Also, I so the definition of repudiate, which because he said repudiation, and so is to
Who did?
refuse to
Did I say
accept.
that?
No, 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 no. In
Oh,
the comments, there was like all this
no.
disagreement or all this conversation about because he said Hiller's
Oh
repudiation
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever, right? And we don't even really know what he meant to say because then he said he knows he didn't use it correctly, and so I don't know what he was trying to. Maybe it was
Mhm.
reputation. If he's clarified that, if anybody in the comment section knows, I don't know. Anyway, or in the chat, if y'all know. But anyway, yeah, the refuse to accept, to reject an untrue or unjust, to refuse to acknowledge or pay, to refuse to have anything to do with. And so anyway, just in the context that it was used, it literally does not make sense. But it was really funny. Someone commented, I screenshot it. I need to pull it up and just like shout him out because it cracked me up. Let's see. Okay, it's well, now I don't even know how to say it. Someone Jagular 1224. Anyway, they said I plan to repudiation my mortgage this month, probably. It's really
Funny.
like refuse to accept. Anyway, I got a kick out of that one.
And so that is funny. It's yeah, I mean, half the arguments there were just arguing to argue, right? Because they have whatever's happening between them, right? Like they're obviously feuding about something. And so Sean, so I also teaching the neutral grip is important. Thumb forward, thumb back is like how I've taught the dumbbell snatch for since 2017. Since we saw Pat and Brent do it the most inefficient way ever in 17.1, we were all like, okay, there's a better way
Did
to
they
do
hold it
this.
sideways? What did they
They held
do?
it side like they did the James Hobart,
Okay.
right? Like the really traditional,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and I was like, it's like if you could take 3.5 seconds to do a dumbbell snatch, like that's what they did. And so obviously since then we've figured out a much better way to dumbbell snatch and move the dumbbell and so on and so on.
Yeah. Like, do you miss doing videos like that? Like you used to do a lot more content like that?
Mhm.
Or are you just really in a season of like, I have no bandwidth for it? So
Yeah,
no.
that was it. It was like at that point I had hired like a company to support me to like
Yeah.
create
Create
content
content. Yep.
and and so I just couldn't get into video. Like I just couldn't do it. It just takes I just don't have the time. And then honestly the gym shut down in my main time. Like Mako isn't open from 1 to 3 anymore.
Mhm.
And so
Oh, they're not?
no, they shut down during the middle of the day.
Oh.
And so that was like another point, and I didn't rent space there anymore. And so it just like wasn't easy to get videos in and like it's not my space,
Yeah.
right? Like it used to be my space. And so I think that was like the biggest thing. And then, it wasn't I think it could have moved the needle. I mean, I had a lot of growth. Like I had like a 15% growth of like total followers from February through quarterfinals last year. Like it was a huge, huge jump in my page, but
Yeah.
you know, is what it is. I
Yeah.
just didn't. I thought I could do it, and then I just burnt myself out. And so I was like, "Yeah,
Vicky made a comment, repost the same videos. And to be honest, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea if you invested
yep,
that kind of energy into it. Like, it depends. Recycled content like has its place, and some content
hmm
like that actually, the value probably didn't change, and if it would be
right,
beneficial to others. Also, this is really funny. This is random. I can't believe this is the first time I've ever seen somebody comment about this, because I I always have at least two things going at once, being that this one, which by the way, this is from WODapalooza, and we're
hmm
like 2 weeks out, which is so exciting. And it says, I think I've showed you this before, but it says head
yep."
staff. That was like a huge
You're so
accomplishment for me.
fancy.
It was a huge anyway, that's my water. And then this one, which was from Legends, this one is my coffee. So irrelevant to most, but I can't believe no one's commented on it before, because there's different things going at once. Anyway, the very stereotypical
The new
female.
office.
How many things?
hmm It's a thing. It's a thing. Parent. So you should. Parent walks out. She has like I don't know what would be like it's called Simple Modern, right? It's like just but a big one. And
Like
then
a
like she
jug of
fills,
sorts.
yeah, and then she fills Bennett's cup up, and then she fills her coffee cup. And so she walks out with three, and they're
Mhm.
all like metal, large. It's funny.
Mhm.
Um, uh, oh, this is my new office, unfortunately.
Hey,
So
you put a
this is,
light behind you. You gave
I know
yourself some
I got
sort
a
of
little
like
thing. Well, the couch. So the
vibe.
couch. We bought the couch. I went and found a couch. We bought a couch. So the couch is going to go right here. It's a pull-out couch because this has to double as a guest room now. And so there'll be a couch here. I'm going to get like a nice lamp over there in the corner, I think, and then probably like a big Agovi, which is like a RBC light, but like a pole. So hopefully it'll look nice.
Yeah.
So we'll be all right. It is what it is. And then no, I'm not going to Wadapalooza. I have an athlete competing, but no, we're not going. Too close to baby. So
Yeah.
too close to baby.
Yep.
Did you hear? I can't believe. Were you on the call when Ben said that, or had you already gotten off the call
I must have gotten off the call. I don't know what you're referencing.
about Dylan 100% letting him like do the open video for WODprep like on the floor at one of the events? Yeah, and he was like, "I'm not going to go," and I was like, "What?"
What?
Yeah, I guess they've had like conversations in the past of like doing an open announcement, not an open announcement, but like an open WODprep open video, like on the floor at Wadapalooza in the past.
That would be cool.
That's what I said. And Ben was like, I don't know if I want to spend the money. And I'm like, this is a terrible decision. I don't want to talk to you about this right now. I can't believe you're not considering this.
I mean, I'm going to be out there on the floor, but I'm not Ben.
I know, that's what I said. And he's like, I don't want to spend the money. I'm like, I feel like we could there's going to be 10,000 photographers already there. We could pay someone a few $100 to shoot a video for you for an hour.
Dang. God, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
Anyways,
Okay.
I think maybe you should like ping him. Like, hey, maybe you know, like, I don't know. I feel like we could get it done for not $5,000 and get
For
it done
him to come out?
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of other things he's thinking about. I think that's probably pretty low on the
whatever.
I mean, if you think about how much he needs to lock in on a Thursday,
Yeah,
how's he going to get out there and do all that?
I know. Fine.
Sorry. I don't see it. And I'm new here.
Do you have any information on how they're going to do the open stuff there?
No, I do not.
No.
Nope.
I know, I was hyped. She shut me down. Sean, that's all right. That's why we have there.
Our open predictions. That was so funny that mine just got copied and pasted as Nelson. No, I'm sure that was just whatever, an accident. But I actually did submit one, and it was very different. And the one that is posted is Nelson's, not mine. Do what?
I didn't know. I didn't know you submitted one.
Yeah, I
What was
sent it to you. I said I was playing off of the
Oh yeah.
the leaked workout or whatever, the leaked time domain, the 10
Yep.
minutes and then a transition into a whatever. So if I was working with
That was a good workout. I
What?
liked it. I like that workout.
The one that I sent you?
The 21-15-9.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do They wouldn't do. I mean, I guess they would if it wasn't alternating dumbbell snatch or dumbbell hang clean and jerk. It was a fun one.
Yeah. Jay Birch says, "What was your prediction?" CJ, what was your prediction?
I think it's going to be it was a like 30 24 18 12 6 row dumbbell snatch burpee workout. I think they're going to have toes to bar instead of like a dumbbell snatch. I think it's going to be that same rep scheme, descending or maybe ascending 3 6 9 12 row burpee dumbbell snatch. I cold plunged this morning and I didn't get in the shower, and so now I'm starting to like really be cold. Like it takes a while, and like it's really starting to like not be comfortable anymore. I think I'm gonna have to run off and grab my heater because I'm gonna start not being able to speak here in a minute.
That's fine. I'll say my prediction, and you already know it. And if you
go ahead, go.
Just go. My prediction, which this is, I was the latest one of the group of coaches to submit mine because I was like, predictions for me, I'll listen to everyone else's and then like, we're just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Like who even knows, but I get it. I do enjoy when others do it. I usually just don't contribute, but being that it was asked. So I used the whole structure that they did for the leak from behind the whiteboard on barbell spin. And so I said, the first workout is a 10-minute AMRAP of 21-15-9, 21 dumbbell snatch, 15 wall ball, 9 toe bar. And then you get the transition into that next 20-minute window for strength. And then it would be a 1 rep max back squat. And that would be the new movement. So that was what I had to say as of yesterday.
I like it.
I like the workout generally. Like that would be a fun one to do. But we're CrossFitters. We like a lot of workouts. The one I did yesterday, it was GHD hip extensions, GHD sit-ups, and then power snatch with like moderate load and pretty, the volume on the GHD was not a little, but not like overwhelming, but either way, just like compromising your midline and then going and doing moderate loading power snatches. It was, by the end of it, I was like, get me out of here. It was good.
I think 100% could see this, by the way.
What?
It also wasn't a dumbbell snatch last year. So because of that, he'll say it was different.
Wait, no way we see a dumbbell. We snatched a dumbbell 3 years in a row. You said, I agree. I would, can you hear?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead. Keep going. Is that on your end?
Yeah, there's, I think that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little beeping.
I was like, what?
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was on mine. I was like, what is happening in my house?
Yeah, I think they're getting the trash. But I would also, I know I put it in there just because, like I said, it's throwing spaghetti at the wall. But I'd love to see it, and that's a movement that could do all day mindlessly, right? But like, I also would agree. I don't want to see it in the open because I do want us to experience variance. And so for that reason, as much as it's something that technically I would be good at, fine at, whatever, I don't want to see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Creativity. I just want something exciting.
Yeah.
Like I just want something exciting. I would even be fine with a repeat from like early, like pre-2001 too. Like, I mean, there's also some other workouts I'd be fine repeating. Like 22.2 would be fun to repeat. So anyways, all right.
Vicky, I just saw your comment. That's funny.
Oh, the mold alarm.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's an appropriate one.
I will say that was another thing. Someone, I won't say who, because I'll just be whatever, but someone posted a video yesterday and all I could see in the video, like there was a good piece of content but all I could see was the water stain on their ceiling and immediately was just concerned for their well-being. Like I was like, do you know that that's their, like it's obviously not related to that. It's all I could see.
I agree. And so everyone keeps saying devil press. And so does anyone know who created the devil press? You might know this.
I don't think I do.
No. Well, it was first coined popular by Street Parking in Wadapalooza qualifier when they did the collaboration programming between them, CompTrain, Soul, Misfit. And so, yep. And so because of that, I don't think Dave will ever program a devil's press.
Because of the challenge to judge it?
Nope. No, I don't think it's hard to judge at all. You just hit the ground, and I think because another company made it, it's a movement coin and named by a specific company, right? Like theoretically, it's a burpee dumbbell snatch. Like that's what it is, right? But because it was called that, and this has a name named by someone else, and that's just the way. Yeah, because it's not Dave's. 100%.
Speaking of that, I think
I don't think I will ever see it in CrossFit, like the games or something like that. Even though I think at the games level, it would be a fantastic movement at like 70s, bro. Let's talk about fucking putting it on the table.
I agree. I think I'm surprised we haven't seen it, but I suppose if that holds true, then maybe that's why. Because you would think with all of the other variations of dumbbell movements that we've seen over and over and over again now, which love them, but you would think that one would have made its way into
also single arm somewhere. Is like, it's just, I don't know, like it would just needs to be two.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do it, like it needs to be two. Single arm is like just who can burpee the fastest. That's it. Like it's still a burpee and it doesn't really, whatever. I do love like a dumbbell squat clean thruster. I think that's a really cool movement as well, or a burpee squat clean thruster. I hate the word cluster. Like I refuse to say it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like to say it.
I just think about the movement being tough. I think that actually rolls really nicely into one of the things I did send you. If you want to pull up the YouTube video, that's the jail for lying about the barbell spin one, and the 1 hour 32 minute mark.
That's good.
Speaking of programming and Dave's programming, I can't wait for Dave to respond to all of the chatter.
Never happened. He never responds to chatter. Only to Hillary.
I don't know. I think he'll say something at some point.
But 20 different companies.
Can you hear?
Yeah, and it's like.
Can you hear them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have not. Boz was our first and only attempt to try to put somebody else in the chair, and we've not cultivated anybody else that's seen to be able to do that. And like that's a huge leadership problem to me. Is like how have we not created a stable? It's like look at what's his face from Alabama, the coach. I always forget his name. Saban.
CrossFit said it's low. Turn it up.
Is unrivaled.
Yeah.
We have no other head coaches than Dave Castro. What are we doing? It's been 20 years. You've had the top program to do that.
I'm not against changing programmers. I'm just saying I don't think Dave magically can't program anymore. That's what I'm saying. You know what I honestly think would be cool is if 1 year they had Boz program it, 1 year they had JR program it. I know they're not going to let JR program it, but like another person. And then 1 year Dave program it, and then you just rotate.
So why did he say he knows that they're not going to let JR program it?
Because he's not in HQ. I don't think they would ever bring. I think we're still pretty far away from an outside influence coming in programming.
I guess I struggle to see, even if he's not employed by HQ today, he feels like very much an insider, even if he definitely he's just owns an affiliate, has her, like he doesn't seem like an outsider to me. Sure, maybe he's not on their payroll, but like that doesn't feel like an outsider.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. Like, I understand that like he is very much CrossFit centric at its core, and he probably arguably knows the roots and the journal better than everyone but Seth, maybe. Like, I mean, like and so, but I just don't see them. I don't think they're there yet, right? I think that transition goes to Boz whenever it happens, and it stays with Boz for an extended number of years. And then maybe it goes to an external source. And that external source, I think, would probably have to come in under Boz for an extended period of time.
So I guess that's because that was when he said they wouldn't, like, just that was a hard no. And then I'm like, wait, why was that? Why did he feel
Yeah,
so confident in that? And so I guess
yeah,
it's probably
that's my theory. I could be wrong, but I feel like we're probably on the same page there, right? They've
well,
never even considered it. I mean, Boz has been part of uh, CrossFit since the early 2000s. I mean, he came in right after Dave, and he's been
sure.
just under Dave, um,
Well,
and
and
so
I enjoy what I've seen of his programming as well. So like, I
yeah, it's
mean,
great. I
that's
mean,
yeah, yeah,
I think it would be a great transition. I think that segue like into another person is well down the road, right? I mean, we say that, but then like, CrossFit gets turned on its head every 180 days, so we never know. But I think at this point right now I can't see that happening.
yeah.
I think it goes to Boz unless they both get fired whenever the sale happens.
Mm. Well, and I thought that I heard, if I heard correctly, I thought I heard Tyler say something. Now I want to like go back and listen to it again to make
Mhm.
sure that I heard it correctly. Because the first time I listened to it, I thought he said, why hasn't Dave produced more good programmers? And then in my mind, I'm like, technically, Dave has actually massively influenced
All of the
all of
programmers,
the good programmers,
every single one. Yeah,
right?
that's
Whether
a
they're employed
super
by,
narrow-minded statement.
yeah. So I want to go, like I said, I want to go back and make sure that I didn't hear that incorrectly.
Sure.
But if that was what I heard, then I'm like, well, maybe they are not on payroll. Maybe they are not Boz, but you would be the first to say that that's been massively influential to yours. JR, I believe has said statements along those lines. Anyway, if you go talk to any of the programmers that are known for being good at what they do, I think they would very much so attribute a lot of their learnings to Dave's programming through the years.
100%. And so I think if you say everything that we do isn't influenced by Dave, you're silly.
Well, that's crazy because that's yeah.
He's the test. He is the test, right? And Seth said it best that the test is subjective, and we have given the reins and the control to Dave to create the test. So Dave gets to say whatever the test is, no matter if we agree with him or not.
Well, we've given him the reins. He created the thing.
Right.
So like he made it. We didn't give it to him. He made it. And he's just still has those rights today.
Yeah.
And
go
Vicky's questions are great. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to pull it up.
Okay. Sorry.
Vicky says, who's anyone to doubt Dave? He's the one who created the games. He only knows what he's trying to do. How many people have more CrossFit knowledge? No one knows what limits they have put on him. Yeah, I think there's, I think this is coming back to the is Dave washed statement specifically. It is, again, we've been in a CrossFit just can't seem to have a clear path in one direction. So it seems like there's just been something happening, right? And either Dave has lost his edge, right, of creativity, which we saw in the teens, in the 2000 teens, 11 to 19 or whatever, or, which is very likely, like there's been some handcuffs that have been placed, and he's doing with it what he has. And so I don't know. I certainly think there is a argument where he is losing touch of the ability of the athlete, just by some of the things that he said. I've said this on the show before, of like even when, like he did the open workout, and the boys did it, and he's like, oh wow, that was way faster. Like I feel like that should never come out of his mouth. Like he should be able to do that. And so, I think some of those things might be in the background, but it's hard to say, right? So it's but he did create the test. Whatever he decides is the test that year is what the test of the fittest on earth is. That's the whole point of the trademark. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, however you want to look at it.
And even though we all have strong opinions and high expectations and so on, which, isn't a bad thing, it's just funny because it's like, dude, we also love it. Even if we get the workout and we're like, for real, or you see there's not any outdoor events or whatever, like, give me a better spectacle of fitness that exists in the world in 2025 than the CrossFit Games, even though maybe you want there to be outdoor events, maybe you want for blah, 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 right? Which is like fair, valid, yes. And yet it's still the coolest thing out there, even with the barriers that be today.
Yeah. 100%. Hasn't Boz had a lot of say in the games in recent years? Pretty much all the years. Like, he's been on the programming team for forever. It's always a test. It's just the event. They should be named. We call them events, whatever, but they are tests. Like, just they are tests. You don't have to call it test one, but the CrossFit Games is a test of the fittest. It's literally in the name.
Well, there was also a lot of conversation, wasn't there, last year around, like, is it a test or is it a sport, right? That was two differentiators. Is that correct?
Is it a test or is it a sport?
I think that was part of the narrative last year, was the conversation around that. In which case, like, I would say that this is the sport variation that has spun off of the methodology, and that these are tests that happen for the sport.
Well, I think,
but you could use some different vocabulary to say that.
It's a race, right? Because it's a race. It's testing, like, it's just like a marathon, like the marathon in Death Valley, right? Like, it's a test. Like, who is gonna weather the storm better and win the race, right? But it's still a test. So
what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at CrossFit. CrossFit's grumpy. I was just staring at my little man, and he was just so cute, and then he just like flung up, and then he just like threw himself back down.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, well, sort of. No, he's waking up. He's starting to wake up. It's, I don't know. I don't want to get into that thing. They are tests because it is the test of the fittest. But I mean, each thing is an event. Like, each individual.
I think you can use all of those words.
Yeah. I think we're just like being nuanced.
Yeah.
It's relevant. Just make sure you call it a name. Don't fucking use E1, E2. Oh my God. Just name it.
Yep.
Because even with how unexciting like individually the workouts were last year, I know all the names, right? Like, I can reference all the names, but I don't know what the sixth workout was.
Yep. Right. Yeah, I agree with that. As someone who has the most tragic memory of all time, I would agree with that. Help me. It's hard enough out here.
No, absolutely not, Jeff. You're fired off the show.
In this same video, you could go to the 32:40 minute mark.
Oh.
Last one.
This is a funny bit that they do.
I live in Mexico, and my gym is affiliated, but only for the competitive athletes. There are less than 10 athletes that sign up for the real open. About 50 people do the in-house open competition. They pay the gym instead. They don't know there is an open online, or they don't want to pay twice. I only do the real open and pay. One of the coaches that judge me. I don't participate in the group event, mostly because the standards are like a regular class for the in-house.
Ouch.
Come on, get it going, Charles.
I'm out, but let me leave you with this. The main thing to do is relax and let your talent do the work. See you guys.
Relax and let your talent do the work. That's wise words by Mr. Charles.
I know several gyms that are doing that.
That's freaking dirty.
Just to be clear, like, more than the majority do this.
Charge their members for their in-house, promote that. Do not promote signing up on HQ. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, 100%. More than the majority. Like, if
I definitely believe that it is very common.
Yeah. And so this is where I'm at. Like, I don't think it's the right thing to do, but I don't like, when we talked about this last time, like, what's the argument? Like, why to sign up for the open and not?
You could pull up that Instagram thing that I posted that I shared with you as well if you wanted. Sorry, pull up more things, but
and so they charged so like for like a t-shirt, right? And like to do whatever the stuff. But yeah.
yeah, but I mean, many of them, it's a full blown. Yeah, there's a charge whether you get a shirt or not, and not all. Some do it and don't charge, but many do also charge. And so,
was it a
I'm not telling. I don't. The last thing I need to do is tell somebody how to run their, whatever at all. I think that John said something to the effect of that feels like that's like stealing, and I think that's a fair point to discuss, that they created it and then you just take it and use it for your own thing and then don't actually participate in theirs. I don't know. I also just see so much value on that, on being a part of that leaderboard and on supporting HQ in that way, albeit all of their struggles through the years, you name it. Like we've had a really good run here. Why would you not want to, like, okay, let's give you a little bit more to work with here. Like the open is a great opportunity to say, we appreciate what you've done over the last 9 months, whatever. Please keep steering that direction.
Yeah. I think,
and to get access to the leaderboard and all that.
Right. I think Rich does a good job. So like Rich has kind of really doubled down on this, like have something to work towards concept in his fitness, and like what he really pushes of like why like really one of their mantras is like, you're not really allowed to train just to train. Like you have to have something impending to work towards. Like everyone on his staff, they have to do a certain amount of classes a week, right? And then everyone has to have like a thing to be working towards within the foreseeable future. Like every person on the team, whether it's run a 5K, do the open, compete a quarter, whatever that is, or run a, where he's doing a an Ironman or a half Ironman or whatever it is. And so I think that's a really good point of like, okay, here's you're working towards the open. The open is this global competition, right? And your goal is to do as well as you have, be as ready as possible for whatever the unknown is. And so I like that one of basically just having something to work towards. And the open is a great thing to work towards for a lot of people, which is what WODprep is solely based on. But like CrossFit, and this is where I'm really struggling just from a business standpoint, right? If I'm running a gym and say, hey guys, we're going to do 3 weeks of a special intramural events, I'm going to grill it and staff it, I probably wouldn't do it for free, and that's totally fine. And so my thing is
well, and then he did follow up with this one. We may include this in this conversation. By that logic, Claire, isn't the increased affiliate fee my appreciation? And I am not an affiliate owner, so I'm not about to like speak to the experience that affiliate owner has. I'm very confident that the vast majority of our ecosystem absolutely does this as a labor of love and experiences a lot of struggle. That's why I'm so grateful there are things like Best Hour and so on that help affiliate owners run more successful businesses, because I've never done it, and I'm sure that it is very hard. So I'm not more so just, why would we also simultaneously do the intramural, do whatever we're going to do, also encourage members to sign up on CrossFit.com.
Right. So CrossFit, I actually don't think this is right. I think you sort of are proving the opposite point, that he isn't an L1 and he's not at an affiliated gym. The affiliated gym is obviously not in his control whatsoever, but they do the open and they host a big intramural and they all sign up at that gym, right? Like they push to sign up and be on the leaderboard.
Do they?
I think so. We'll go with like 75% confident on that. And so I know that him and JY Barbell and like his athletes do. And so I think that now we're like, I don't know. Like, so you like he works there, like his clientele is there. he's the coach there and a manager there.
Well,
I
this
don't
is
like.
this is a great conversation. This is a great, so he is in the Houston area, which is a very large area, but of course, like that literally to get from one side to the other is well over an hour, right? So as much as there are many CrossFit affiliated gyms in Houston, are there any that are like remotely near him? I don't know that. And then also, this is really tough because you could have an affiliated gym that is run poorly. That is a thing that does occur, right? And then you could have a non-affiliated gym that is run extremely well and practices the methodology. And so like, as much as in our perfect world, what we would love to see is that the affiliation, that we all come back under the, under the umbrella and so on.
Mhm.
But yet again, I'm speaking from a position of, I don't own an affiliate. I don't own a gym,
Right.
and so I want to be real cautious to like personally tell others what they should do as much as to continue
Right.
to shed light on the value of being involved. But I mean, that even yet again, that speaking of shedding light on value, like the best hour thing as an example of like those we have been in their events. We have seen and spoken with many of the people who use their resources and confidently speak about how much their business has improved, and so
Mhm.
not just like being a part of and supporting HQ's like affiliation, but then also using the other resources needed. Anyway, it's just wanting to continue to shed light on the reasons why us being all together is beneficial. And then also knowing I'm not an affiliate owner.
Right. I agree. I don't want to make this about John at all. Like that's not what this conversation is. Even a little bit. Let's talk about, I want to shift it back to like a gym not signing up for the open and not promoting it, and doing their own thing and charging, which is exactly what my gym is doing. That is an affiliate. It's exactly what they're doing. Some people will sign up because they always sign up, like me and a lot of people. But the gym and what they're pushing is like an open. They're running these extra classes on the weekend to get ready for the open. The program will go around it. We do a Friday night lights. And so, yeah, I think the gym should push signing up for the open, but they don't get any money that way. And I was talking to
No, they just give their members access to this global community a little bit deeper. It's like Hobart just went on the CrossFit podcast with, I'm sorry, Hobart was host. Wait, the one that
he was hosting. He was
yes,
hosting.
and then the one that
I didn't know what was happening. I was very confused too, but then I was like, okay, we're on the CrossFit channel. Hobart was hosting.
Yes, he was co-hosting with Chase, and they had the owner of WheelWOD on. And right this second, I am so sorry. Of course,
Kevin
Ogar.
Kevin.
Okay, thank you. They had him on, and he was saying the reason that he would encourage affiliate owners or gym owners, whatever, who have adaptive athletes in their gym, why is it important for their adaptive athletes to sign up? And he was just like, our community, when they get plugged in and they actually get to know other individuals on a global scale that do the same thing that they do, their fitness drastically improves because they're not trying to figure it out by themselves, right? As an adaptive athlete, they now know other people with the same, what's the appropriate term? Limitations, or whatever, right?
Situation, sure.
Yeah, just say like he's just like the benefit of knowing others, right? And belonging to that is massive. And so, I think that's the thing that like when you choose to promote it from I
think that's a good
doing
point.
It off.com, like you're giving your member access to this whole ecosystem that they may not have known that they'd be interested in, but then they come to love. And then next thing they know, they know about an event that's nearby, and then they wind up going, and then they meet more people that they're aligned with, and they get inspired. And there's just so much value there.
I think that's a good point. Do you know the airport phenomenon of a CrossFitter? No. So how do you know a CrossFitter from across the airport?
I mean, their bag, their patches.
Shoes. It's the shoes, always.
Oh, okay.
It's always the shoes. And that is solely based on the fact that we know we all do the same thing, even though there are a lot of other, things in like bodybuilding, running, F45, doesn't matter. There's nothing that would connect them like a pair of shoes would in CrossFitters from across the airport. And we would go up and say, hey, you know, and that's solely because of the open. And I don't think it's because of anything else. I don't think it's because of the methodology, right? I think it's because
I think it's because of methodology.
I don't. I think the only thing that unites us more, the only thing that truly unites us is the competition aspect of our methodology. That's what has united us. And that has what has brought all of the gyms together.
And
If
it's
it
an
was just-
aspect of the methodology. So yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, you know, and so it is, I think that's a really good point of, I know a CrossFitter when I see him, and I solely know that because of like the culmination of what we see in the open. And I know that like they're doing the same shit that I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like if a bodybuilder sees another dude wearing dark sport, they're not gonna like go like, yo, bro, what's your body fat? Like, what was your last comp like? You know? And so I think you make a really good point of like being more part of the global community and not just paying the money, but like doing that is what has grown this community and what has really made it like instant connection across like the entire world, right? Like within a second, like, you know, that you can have a conversation with them and you guys know that you have a lot in common immediately. And I think the open has done that more so than just the pure methodology of like doing high intensity functional movements across broad time modal domains. And so, yeah, I think that's I think that's the really good point of, you know, the leaderboard's a tough sale because so many people are shit on the bottom of it and they hate being on the bottom of it. And so I understand that one. It's a hard one of like being 100,000th in the open every year and maybe seeing some improvements or maybe not. And so I get that one. That one's tough, right? Like, cause I want to say data. I think data is very important.
Right.
But it's a hard sell for everybody. And then it's, you know, why run a 5K next to the 5K and not sign up? I think that's a decently strong one of like, you're doing it. You're doing the thing that they put together. Why not sign up and do it with them? You know, but not everyone wants to pay CrossFit money just purely, right? And everyone has their own little views or challenges with CrossFit HQ and giving them money and supporting them or whatever. And so, but I think that portion of getting
they own the
people,
methodology that we love. Like,
yeah,
they literally own it.
Yeah, I get it. I know. And
It's
so,
theirs.
but I think the biggest one is the open specifically is what has created this connection outside of gym. So like it, you know, of Houston gyms, the only reason that they're connected is because like, like, you know, you're doing the same thing. Like no one in an Orange Theory wants to hang out with the other Orange Theory because like they're like-minded people, right? That does not happen. And if it does, it's on such a tiny scale, but that is not the case in CrossFit, and it is huge. So,
and yeah, being a part of the, like, you can refine the searches in there and so on and get to like see people in your area and so on. And then yet again, that creates like the longer you're a part of and the more that you get to go to those smaller local competitions and so on. And then you meet for you know, the different girls or guys, whatever you are, and that are at a similar level to you. And now all of a sudden, like the open comes around and you know of Sally over at the gym that's across town and that you guys are similar levels. And like that competitive spirit is within us. And like, you're probably checking the leaderboard to see if you beat her, you know? Those are things that without participating in it on a broader scale, you're not thinking of. You know, it's kind of like the value has to be shown to know that it exists, right? It's literally the same as that conversation I had with the guy that does marketing yesterday of like, hey, does anybody know how much value is in Academy? Like for real? Because I came here for one specific thing. And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, immediately wanted to go from monthly to annual, you know, was like, okay, wait a second, hold on. Now I want to stick around. There's way more reasons to be here. And so same thing, like we have to educate as to what the value is. And so anyway, I think we've kind of definitely, I really do want to bring it back to like, I don't want to try to tell someone who owns a gym how to run their business. I just don't think that's my place at all. But continuing to address the value points that do exist for participating and supporting the thing that currently owns the methodology that we all live by.
I agree. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't sign up. And so I'm having a hard time putting myself in other shoes and like not having just a biased reason to sign up. I'm really working to like, be strong with it and not just like, that's fucking stupid, because it doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't sign up to do the 5K and just run the course with all of your friends and not pay the $30 because like you don't want to, like it just doesn't make sense. Like why would you not just sign up, put your name on the leaderboard, right? Like you're going to do it anyways. And so I'm really trying to find my footing of the gyms that are doing what a lot of gyms do, to, I don't know, fight it. I mean, just to like support signing up more and more.
Well, and I suppose here at the end of the day, like the owner, coach, whatever, has to see the value in it themselves, right? Because if they don't see the value in it, then they're not going to promote it. And that makes perfect sense. Like why would they if they didn't see value in it, right? So then it's that individual has to see the value in it, and they either do or they do not, right? And so but
I think it does start at the top, right? Someone made a great comment. Aaron, my affiliate didn't promote the open last year. 5 people signed up. They promoted this year, 44. That's how it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's always from the top. And so I was talking to
and that's awesome, Aaron, by the way. I'm excited for your affiliate for that, because now I'm curious too, is your affiliate like doing well as far as like members are really engaged, they're trying to get better, they're not just showing up and kind of stagnating or anything like that? Like I'm curious, because I really do think that also the open promotes people recognizing they want to increase their fitness. Sometimes when there's no participation in anything competitive, it can be easy to not really push that hard, show up to class every day, but not really try to get better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Again, a goal, right? Like an end goal, right? Like always something to work towards. CrossFit calling it ceiling is acting like gym owners have been having some real good years. I think this is an interesting one. This is where I think you can't like you get really narrow-minded, because like it's been a challenge in the last couple of years. But the only reason the CrossFit style gym, the ability to open a business for $20,000, like in full, and run classes for 30 to 80 people, maybe even 100 on 20 grand, is coined, developed, created, and just like invented by Greg in CrossFit. Concept of the rig, the mats, a rower, barbells, dumbbells used in group fitness is there. So to say that they've had really good years, they only exist. This concept only exists because of CrossFit. And so I think it's just wild to think that because of, like recent things and people deciding to unaffiliate because it costs $4,000 is I don't know. It only exists because of them. And so because there's challenges, they tuck tail and run. But your gym is only open because of this. Like it wouldn't exist. It would exist now, but the last 20 years, 25 years, the only reason it was ever able to start was because of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Right. So like I think people get narrow-sighted and
resentful and not that the reasons for the resentment or whatever are like that they don't exist, but then looking like zooming out a little bit is what you're saying. And I will say, as far as like an authority to speak on this, that I feel like is certainly a little bit more, a lot more legit than me would be Matt Souza yesterday on his show on the CF network. He opened up with, I don't know what all else topics he went into because I didn't watch the full thing, but he pretty much opened up with the discussion around affiliate ownership and details about what affiliation, like why it's a value to him and how he looks at, the SEO and so on, like the discoverability of his gym online and how much he's getting
His
membership.
He's a gym owner. We're coming down. We're starting to whittle it down. He's a gym owner.
Anyway, I think that Matt Souza, of course, being an affiliate owner that actually experiences this and has had to make his own decisions year over year about whether or not that value is there. And some of the reasons that today he still finds that the value is. He recently, literally yesterday, did a show where he opened up and discussed that topic. And so those are things I have not had to be in the position of, am I going to renew that this year? Whatever. That's I haven't been there. So he might be a good one to listen to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I thought yesterday's was good. I listened to a decent part of it. I mean, again, I think there's like, it's hard to come into this unbiased and give a strong opinion for both and let people sort of make their decision. It's always like, what are they doing for me now?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like that.
I hate that, man.
No, because I think loyalty is literally like a core value for you.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
aligns on a core values perspective of like, I haven't forgotten where I got this from.
Yeah. I mean, on that note, to transition to a point that my wife is like, it's time. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Oh, it's like in other relationships, friendships, things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. She's like, it's time. I'm like, nope. I'm like, why would I do that? There's no way. Like,
and she probably really has your, I mean, of course, I don't know the nuances of those, but I just like.
No, not on this one. She vehemently
Karen
disagrees with this one. Just this one thing.
Oh, the loyalty when it doesn't
yeah.
make sense anymore.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That's a tough conversation. I mean, that's a tough conversation to have with self,
Yeah, for sure.
I support Perrin. I hope your pregnancy is going well. I know she doesn't really listen, I don't think, but I hope your pregnancy is going well if you hear this.
Yeah, it's good. She's ready. Jane's getting pregnant.
Yeah.
We're in like full nesting mode. So it's busy weekend. I have like a brand new washer and dryer in the garage and a couch in the garage too. Like everything was just like coming to a head. I'm like, well, we've got a little bit of cash. Let's just like try and get it done before baby comes in, and then other cash falls out. And so our washer and dryer just started making a lot of new noises. Like it already made a lot of noise, right? That like wasn't normal. And it started making more new noises. And I was like, all right, it's time. Let's just get one. I found like a great washer and dryer for like a few $100, which I was super stoked
awesome.
about.
Did you go to Marketplace or something for it?
Yeah. I'm a marketplace guy. And then we sold a bunch of stuff on Marketplace too. So anyway, so it's good. And then we got to paint the other room this weekend. So we're gonna like accent wall it and do the things. But so yeah, it'll be good.
That's exciting.
Definitely. Let's see. Going back to
I think this is also a good call out. CrossFit says 2012 to 2017 HQ may have sued you for running unofficial opens. That is interesting because I remember when I was at the affiliate gathering and listening to just recently at TFX a couple weeks ago, listening to Don Fall kind of talk about focuses of HQ and so on. And one of the things that he drew attention to is the legal team stuff that they are, they continue to dump energy towards pursuing when a gym is incorrectly using, their marketing as their CrossFit, but they are not affiliated, right? And so that's still an effort that very much consumes energy from HQ. So yet again, there was no we don't that was just a broad statement. We don't know numbers behind it. Not that we should have a right to see those in it, whatever. Anyway, but that's an interesting call out. Like if they were also pursuing the use of the open too.
I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
That for sure. I mean, like that's a real, like CrossFit, that's a real thing. That really happened. I know that happened back in the day.
Where they actually
Yeah, they would come after people like just doing the open and promoting the open in their gym if they weren't affiliated. And again, my gym is affiliated, and then they're just like not promoting people to sign up. Like we're doing the open. You know, I just don't know. I don't know. It makes me sad. I wish we would.
Okay.
Yeah. On to the next.
So we can either just play that little clip for the Hiller Brian whatever, but then again, I guess that they're going to release that Monday. So I think it's a good little clip. I sent one other timestamp about
To which one?
On a YouTube video, the Fallout, the
Fallout. Oh,
Mason startup.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go there.
I couldn't watch it. 2 hours is so long. This guy thinks he's fucking Joe Rogan. Hiller. Why are they so fucking long, Hiller?
I will say, so far with these new whatever, it is, I think, obviously it's no surprise that he's a curious person. But it seems as though he's really willing to, yes, ask a lot of questions and then listen to a broad range of individuals, whether he feels like he agrees or disagrees with them broadly or whatever. I think it's been cool that I think a lot of people are getting platformed through this, and you're hearing different perspectives as a result that we weren't hearing before.
I agree.
Not to say, yes, the conversations don't run long or whatever. Sure, they do. Yeah.
All right.
But it's nice to hear some different people.
Very
I see.
reps, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So maybe
Did we skip it a little bit?
I think
so
we
I
may
just
have
had
been
this at,
Okay. I think is it the
I
whole
said
all of this?
109, but I don't know. I don't think so.
It's only fair to like pull down Dave's pants if we pull down yours.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like you can just like stand there for the world to see.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm gonna put it on that screen,
Okay.
and everybody will be able to see what we're talking about here.
Okay.
But I got 2 weeks of Mason's programming,
Mhm.
and would you consider yourself a programmer?
I have been programming for myself for the majority of my time doing CrossFit, which is about 7 years. I did a year of Mayhem, and when I first started, I did Comp Train when they were doing like the email list.
He does look like Jared
Um,
Fleming.
But yeah, I would consider myself a programmer.
Love me some
Yeah.
Comp Train.
Yeah. It
Back
was,
before it was paid, or what? That's
Chunk-
what you meant?
chunky
email.
Jared
Like, I
Fleming.
would just get an email every day with the workout.
Back when he was
He
creating.
said he hasn't eaten
Yeah.
sugar since
all that
2017, I
Chandler.
think.
This guy?
Correct.
Rook.
Yep.
Okay.
Built by Bergeron. All those people.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, didn't I have a tidbit about that?
Added
in the video? It's
sugar.
like built by Bergeron, destroyed by HWPO. That's pretty funny.
So
Is he absolutely peeled under his shirt?
I certainly don't know. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't. And so, no, I don't want to get into that.
No, yeah, I don't know. It was my understanding. I was listening to the conversation, and I did hear that he basically, and I think that it was because they said that he still eats bread,
Mm-hmm.
and so there are carbohydrates that he's consuming, which would then have sugars in them, right? And so I think what he
Yeah.
was saying is that he cut out added sugars, and basically was saying for himself, like he told a story of at some event that he like brought 2 cheesecakes and wound up like eating 2 cheesecakes literally in like one sitting or something, and just was like, this is a problem. And so then decided
That
to
sounds so good.
basically draw a hard line around 2 plain cheesecakes.
Oh, plain. Yeah, no. I'm talking like the Publix, like
Yeah, I don't know.
marble. You know, that sounds so good.
Yeah. Bread's a big corner. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think that yet again, there's nuance to it, but basically I think that he was acknowledging for himself that putting some hard boundaries around maybe things with certain added sugars. Like I don't know exactly what his barriers are. They didn't dive deep enough into that, but it was just an interesting thing he said. He just is an interesting character.
Yeah.
I have
I'm gonna.
programming.
Oh God
How
damn
long did
it.
it take you to make that video?
Here we go.
It's only fair to like pull down Dave's pants if we pull down
No.
yours.
Okay.
We'll go a little
You know,
further
yeah.
forward.
like, you can just like stand there for the world to see.
For my year.
That's what you meant.
was-
That Chandler. Well, didn't I have a thing?
Cheats. Grab some
Similar note.
But if you score,
So yeah. All right. So here's what we're just gonna start at Monday.
Okay.
You've got every 3 minutes by 5 sets, 10 strict ring dip, 10 strict chin up, banded if needs power clean and jerk.
This
Why does it say that?
fucking sheet makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh
like
my
it.
God.
It doesn't look friendly. To you.
Just fucking, dude, close the
Yeah.
cell.
Yeah.
Close the cell.
Mhm.
Holy balls. Are you kidding me right now? Immediately you're not a, oh my God.
Well, yeah, I don't think he was. He's literally programming for himself. I don't think he was saying he like has
But
a
you
polished
can't even-
product for others.
You can't even see what's written. It's blocked off. Oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy.
Say that.
No, that's the
Tristan
next day.
is
It was
with
great.
you.
So here's why I said it all like that. I don't like it.
Why?
The format.
Why?
Just the format.
What about it?
It's me being picky. I don't like when movements are lowercase.
Oh.
It's it. I also don't like. I know it's your style.
Mhm.
So this is me critiquing with my own style. I look at it and I was like already kind of lost, just because of bands if need. It wasn't simple enough for me.
Mm.
That said, it's got nothing to do with the actual workout.
Yeah.
It's just formatting. The workout itself, I would venture to bet that this is easy for you. It's supposed to be easy for you.
It's supposed to be as hard as you make it.
10 strict dip, 10 strict chin up. Is there like a weight that you could add?
Yeah.
Is that in the notes that I didn't print out?
Yes.
Okay. So you would weight these.
I'd probably do
But it is.
just like load, which would be like banded, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So maybe a different week, couple weeks or
So you
months
do
down the
that.
line.
You do this for consecutive weeks.
Yeah,
Why you? Oh, yeah.
and maybe
about
not
it.
consecutive. Maybe I'd have it 3 weeks later. I'd have 15 and 15 or something like that.
You know that makes it almost not CrossFit, right? When
How?
you do it consistently week over week. Why are you shaking your head?
Because
The chat is
I think
crushing
that
me right
Linear
now.
periodization.
This is
not
the moment to be
constantly
listening
varied.
to, by the way.
yes, it is. I think that
Linear periodization is not constantly varied.
yes, it is.
Linear periodization is constantly varied.
Yeah, don't
I'd
you-
love to hear
Don't
this.
you think?
No.
If you do something, it's a form of variance. Doing something consistently and then not doing it is a form of variance.
Dang, you did rope me into that. I do like that.
So if I do a 6-week squat cycle and then I go down to squatting every other week, that's a form.
It is. He is right.
Yes, there you go. That was literally there. We go, man.
He's-
We really veered off, but we got there.
He is right. And so which is it's I don't know if it's a form, it's just a form of programming, and all forms of programming are variance when you're not just running pure cycles at all times. And so
Oh, how do I? Oops,
what happened?
just put us back.
There we go.
We can stop. People are
CJ
stressing out about seeing
shows-
him. He's off the screen.
CJ shows he generates programs for others versus I don't know what that means.
Yeah, versus shorthand for himself. The way that you just reacted to that says that you care about the aesthetics of something.
Oh yeah. I mean, in my my aesthetics are absolutely trash. Just to be clear, like I am not a polished writer like Hiller, like the whole lowercase and uppercase thing. Yeah, I mean, I
Tristan
program.
is banging on the door.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Like it. Well, I mean, so most people will say that some form of linear periodization is not variance, right? Like that's like the gist of like this is where the misconstrued and like the I don't know, the poor understanding of constantly varied functional fitness is like
Mhm.
you can't just truly ever expect to like move a back squat, but the goal so like the constantly varied functional movements is purely just to move a general fitness needle at all times, which is very, very, very few of our goals at any point in time, truly, right? Truly saying that that's going to make you improve your snatch or your strength or your gymnastic skills or whatever. It will for a while in very small amounts or large amounts, and then it will go away. It'll diminish and it'll diminish and it'll diminish. You have to have exposure consistently to something but that doesn't mean that it's not a form of variance,
Mhm.
right? Like
Right.
he makes a great point, right? Like a 6-week cycle and then into an every other week cycle, or just not doing it is still a form of all training is variance. Just purely by like a definitional statement, right? So yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I'm just
Mhm. Yeah, process is very load, timing, stability, rep, frequency. I just thought it was interesting that they disagreed on that, but then he did bring bring Hiller over. And it definitely was like, do you even know of programs that don't have some periodization taking place?
.com is the only one for sure. .com is the only one. Every other program has some form of progressive something.
It's interesting.
Whether it's
that's very interesting to just consider.
Yeah, but .com has like 0, right? And so, I mean, it is, but .com is not trying to get you better for the open or for all, like, it's just GPP maybe linchpin. I haven't looked at linchpin in years.
Dave disagrees with his microcycle attitude. I'm not sure I understand that.
Dave disagrees with any type of periodization. He's written about it. Like, he's talked about it.
And yet all of the best athletes that we have do some form of it.
Well, yeah, because they have to get better at certain things. You only do periodization when you have to get better at certain things and nuanced within a demand. And so that's when you change it to sport. Like, we know that's the best way to get better at a specific thing, right? But that's not the best. That's probably not the most effective driver for health and longevity.
Got it. Also, I just have to call this one. Clydesdale says is running a mile every day, a day variance. And I love that. That's a great call out because definitely, well, one, I could vary it and sometimes do in workouts, right? So I run different distances. It's not always just a 1 mile straight through, although referencing my mile a day. And then, but then there are,
It is varied every day. It's varied every day.
Mine?
With intensity.
Absolutely.
Or you're in fucking Colorado and you can't breathe, or it's flat, or it's hilly, or it's cold, or it's hot. Or you run it harder, or you run it slower.
Absolutely, in the time of day and so on. But I think that even still, so with that, there maybe isn't as much variance in that mile a day that I run. There, what you said, which are slight variances, but there's not as much variance if I most consistently just run straight 1,600 meters straight through, which I do most of the time, not always. But to be honest, I am very aware that I could optimize how I go about that to make bigger gains. And yet it's a daily, like that one, I'm filtering through a different lens of like, this is a daily discipline of just a choice to do a thing, whether I feel like it or not, because it builds momentum. And I choose to do it because for me, it builds positive momentum in other areas of my life. Therefore, it is then worthwhile to me, even if it doesn't have as much variance as my CrossFit training has, which I still do. And so anyway, I think that you could kind of dive into like, well, is that the most optimal way to go about things? Like, no, probably not. But I'm looking at the other benefits from it. And then also, like I said, like the fact that I've gotten to get, I mean, one of the big goals with it for me personally was to get people who are maybe fearful about CrossFit into doing something, and then eventually transitioning over to being open to different forms of fitness, eventually getting into CrossFit affiliates. And that has occurred. And that was a goal for me as well, of like choosing to do that. And so it's like, okay, I'll do this kind of easy grab for me. And then I'll experience personal benefit from it, but I may potentially be able to use it as a positively influential tool for others. So not that we needed a TED talk on my mile a day, but we got one.
That's good. Yeah.
If I was training just to be the best athlete I could possibly be, would I do it the way that I'm doing it? No.
No, for sure. Right. And I think also athlete by definition into the sport is much different than like just optimizing health and longevity. Right. But a lot of us, while we do, that is why a lot of people do it. And probably the majority of it is not to compete in the sport. People like to see very specific progress. And I think that constantly varied is the best way to like move a GPP needle. But if like you're really shitty at muscle ups and you're nowhere near, like you have to do strict pull-ups consistently to get better at them, to be better at muscle ups. Right. Yeah. But that's not the definition of CrossFit, is to be better at muscle ups. That's specializing. Like just by the definition of it, is not to just be better at one individual skill.
Mhm.
And so it's
Well, and so like
Yeah.
our skill courses, you know, they are designed to periodize to get you better at a specific thing. But there's also variance within those. So that entire, whether it's an 8-week course or whatever it is, like there's variance in that. Now it's created with a specific goal in mind to make you better at X thing. But anyway.
Tristan, a thought: using periodization is the best way to train. Training better will get you better results in health and longevity. I don't think so periodization is like a constant progression. And so I don't know if, like, I mean, you know, it's like, that's like the age old argument. Like, is it RPE, science-based, or periodization, linear, undulating, concurrent, you know, conjugate? And so they're all just forms of how to balance things, and like they move the needle upward and upward and upward. And is if the goal is to always lift more, be faster, whatever, is that always going to yield like the most longevity? I can't imagine that it is. If our goal is to always like get a little stronger, get a little stronger, get a little stronger, get a little stronger, every time, right? Like eventually we're going to be really pushing the needle and stretching ourselves really, really thin. RPE 10s and trying to like get every pound out of a lift or every second out of a WOD is probably not our best use for longevity, right? Like we know, because then it starts to get into competition and now we're like really moving that performance needle. I think there's a point where, you know, like even like our health, our continuum, right? Like where we get into sport starts to get a little less healthy for long term. I mean, I think we're being nuanced here, but yeah, I don't know. And so I think .com, like if you were just trying to just look good naked and be fine forever, but I mean, you'd have to be okay with just like obviously elite level fitness relative to the mass, but mediocre fitness probably relative in our space, right? And I think, which is, you know, if like that's like what we're desiring in our space is way further than what Greg ever anticipated. Way further than what Greg anticipated.
Yeah, or what it was originally like intended.
Exactly.
For.
And so also because of one reason, the open, my opinion, which is drives the sport.
But it did increase performance in life, which was the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I think it went way beyond what the anticipation was. And so yeah, I mean, I still think that no structure, I want to say no structure, varied not random is probably still our best for forever, but that's a lot of us, that's not really our goal, right? Our goal is to be better at something really specific or within the space. And so it's very hard to do that unless you just happen to have all the foundational needs, right? Like you have the requisite strength and you have the requisite aerobic capacity, you know, and like the prerequisite training requirements to just like do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And you could just randomly do all this stuff, which very, very, very
literally no one has. Yeah, no.
Right. Exactly.
That's
right.
not
And so yeah, it's
CrossFit likes Tristan. That's cute.
Yeah, he's got a little crush, but CrossFit doesn't like me. He's mean to me.
Oh,
So,
really? CrossFit, do you
no,
not
I
like
don't.
CJ?
No, I think he does. Good shoes make running suck less. You know what also makes squatting way fucking easier? Using a belt when you don't need to. So let's just keep that in mind. All right.
Get him. Oh, man.
I gotta wear my fucking moon shoes to go run 2 miles. That's it.
I can't wait. I'm soon. I'm gonna get some. I have all the running. I just have a couple pairs of running shoes. They're like I've had them for a while, and by now I put a lot of miles on them, and they're never really like the most optimized running shoe. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting a pair of shoes sometime soon. That will be a little bit like I can't wait to run in a new pair of running shoes and be like, oh,
all of a sudden,
so good.
Like, wow, I just ran a 6-minute mile.
I can't wait. I mean, I have been waiting, and I will wait a little longer, but we'll get there.
Someone, oh, it was you when you put your knee sleeves on. Like you're running in the knee
Yeah, I
sleeves.
stressed you out.
Oh my God. I thought I was going to lose it.
It was knee pads. It literally was a pad.
Right. It was.
So that
That's-
if I fell.
I think that's why it caught me off guard so much. I was like, what do you, I was like, you like wearing a hockey goalie suit? Like, what's going on here? Why are these on your knees?
Although after getting a bone bruise on my knee, I'm not gonna
Oh my
lie,
God,
like
it's
that
the worst.
it is. And it was and burpees,
Worst.
lunges. My gosh. I know I did a lunge workout
Everything.
a couple months ago, and after like soon after bruising it,
Mhm.
and my controlling the motion, the descent on that one leg was significantly
yeah.
different than the other leg. And the next day I was like, the soreness was so it was just laughable.
Yeah, you feel like you just got like a little, just like boop, just like a knife, just like poking you. Just
Yeah,
like,
it's
deep, deep,
awful.
deep, deep.
Yeah, and then it was like
Yep.
it's in a spot where I would often not hit it when I would do burpees, but then like one burpee I'd hit it good,
Oh,
and I'd
yeah.
just be like, ah,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Worst.
do this anymore. Anyway,
All right. It's 8:30. I got to run. I got to get Bennett up. He's flipping around in his bed. So
cool.
thank you guys so
Well,
much.
hey, if you want periodization in your training in such a way that you can gain access to a skill that you've been working on while still having variance and still actively being very much so a CrossFitter, you should join WODprep Academy.
Join WODprep Academy. Head to WODprep.com. Get open help. Suck less at CrossFit. Get programming. Get skill work, and all the things. Learn the skills. Be an athlete. Be better. Get support. Get coaching. All for the low price of $39 a month. All right.
That's
See
great.
you guys on Monday. Peace.